So viewers, today we will be understanding about the different single row functions, and this tutorial will be in two parts, part 1 and part 2. In part 1 I will be covering few functions, and in part 2 also I will be covering few functions which will come in my next vlog. So part 1 will be in this vlog, part 2 will be in the next vlog, and I will be explaining in detail about the implications or the results of using these functions in a SQL query. So those aspirants who are keen to learn Oracle SQL, please do watch my entire vlog and don't forget to hit the bell icon, and also please do like, share, subscribe and comment. And after watching my entire vlog, if you have any kind of doubts, please do mention it in the comment box. I will definitely clear all your doubts. Let's get started. In this tutorial, we will be studying about single row functions. So basically what are functions? Those are pre-built or inbuilt programs which are being used in Oracle in order to perform some manipulations on the data in the table or perform some calculations. So let us understand in detail about what these functions are all about. In Oracle SQL, there are two types of single row functions. One is character functions and another one is number functions. Character functions are further divided into two types. One is case manipulation functions and character manipulation functions. So let us understand about what case manipulation functions are and how they are used in SQL, and what are the results after using these case manipulation functions and character manipulation functions in SQL. So let us understand the case manipulation functions first. Select employee ID, last name, department ID from employees, where last name is equal to Higgins. Once we run this query, we see that there are no rows that are fetched or no records that are being fetched. Why? Because we do not have any value with Higgins all in small case in the last name column of the employees table. So now if we use one case manipulation function, let us see what is going to happen. Let us copy this query. And now we use a case manipulation function, that is lower. As you notice, we immediately fetched a record using the second query where we use the case manipulation function lower. What happens is we actually have the data as H in capital and rest of the alphabets in small case. But in the previous query, we used all the alphabets in small case. And that is the reason why no records were returned in the previous query, but record is returned in the second query. Why? Because this case manipulation function lower first converts all the cases of the last name column of the employees table, that is all the data, each and every data which is present in the last name column of the employees table to lowercase, and then matches that value and the case with the value and the case that is provided on the right hand side as a condition. And that is the reason why that even being the fact that Higgins is in this case in the column that is H in capital and rest of the things in small, the row is being returned because first of all the Higgins value of the last name column is being converted to lowercase, and then that value is being matched with the Higgins value that is being provided in the where condition. Let us understand about the rest two case manipulation functions. One, we have studied about the lower case manipulation function, and rest of the two case manipulation functions are upper and init cap. Select employee ID, upper of last name, comma, department ID from employees, where init cap of last name is equal to Higgins. In this query, this row is being retrieved, but notice one thing. For using the uppercase manipulation function, it has converted the last name value of Higgins to uppercase. All the letters are in capital letter. Okay? And init stands for initial, cap stands for capital, which means the initial value will be in capital and rest of the alphabets will be in small. Okay? Now, suppose we are using init cap here, but we are giving Higgins in all uppercase. No rows will be retrieved. Why? Because this query will first convert the last name values to init cap, that is the first alphabet in capital, rest of the alphabets in small, and then it will match with the value that you have provided in the where condition, that is Higgins. But the case which it is converting the last name values to, that case is not matching with the case that you are providing in the where condition as a value, which means to Oracle, this one, again this one, and this one, these three are different values. Okay, because three have different cases. This one in uppercase, this is in init cap, initial capital letter case, and this one is in the lower case. So to Oracle, these three are different values. Okay, even if you write the same query with all the alphabets in small, this is also not going to retrieve the data. For that case, what you need to do, provide a lower case manipulation function and then run the query. So that is going to retrieve the data. Even in this case, instead of init cap, if you give upper, then it will retrieve the query. Let us understand the other character manipulation functions. Select employee ID, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, concat first name, comma, last name from employees. The query returns the concatenation of all the values of the first name with all the values of the last name without a space in between. So this is very much critical, because it is not being understood from Stephen King that which one is exactly the first name and which one is exactly the last name. So we need to put a space in between for better understanding and clarity. For that, what we need to do, let me copy this query. Instead of using the concat character manipulation function, first name, use double pipe sign, which is also a concatenation operator. Concat the first name value with a space, and then again concat the space with the last name value. So this query will return the first name and last name concatenated together, but with a space in between for better understandability and clarity. In the first query, it is also concatenating both the first name and last name values, but there is no space in between, which is very hard to understand, or it is not clear that whether which one is the first name and which one is the last name. Now let us understand about another character manipulation function. Select employee ID, comma, last name, comma, length of last name from employees. What the length character manipulation function does, it reads the number of characters in a given string. Suppose there is a string able. How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It returns 4. Okay. If there is any space in between, then it also reads that space as a character. Okay. Let me find if I can find something. Yeah. See, here D and Han has a space in between. So how many characters are there in the D Han string? 1, 2. The space is 3, H is 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the length character manipulation function is returning 7 as its value. Now let us understand about the instr or in string. In string actually returns the position of the character in a string. Let us understand. Select employee ID, last name, instr of last name, comma, small a. Note this point, this is small a. Why? I'll make you understand once the query gets executed. From employees. What this query actually does, it returns the position of the alphabet A in a string. Okay, so here in the first string able, A is in capital letter, but I have requested here for searching and returning the position of small letter a as it is case sensitive, so it is returning 0. Here in baida, baida, there are two small letter a, correct, but as I have not mentioned that which occurrence of the letter a I will consider, or which occurrence of the letter a's position should be returned, so by default it will consider the occurrence of the first alphabet of the, that means the first occurrence of the alphabet A, which means in baida the first occurrence of small letter a alphabet is in second position, that is B in 1 and A in 2, therefore it is returning as 2. But if I mention the query like this, comma 1 comma 2, what it will return for baida I am telling. See, for baida it is returning 5. In the first query it was returning 2. In the second query, same query, only I made a slight change. What change? This signifies that search for the alphabet A starting from the very first alphabet and report the position of the second occurrence of the alphabet A. Here in baida the second occurrence of alphabet A is at the last, which means 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Therefore it is returning the fifth occurrence, but in the previous query it is returning second number position. Why? Because as I have mentioned that if I do not mention that which occurrence of the alphabet A should the query return, it will only consider the first occurrence of the alphabet A, starting the search from the very first alphabet. Let us understand about another character manipulation function, that is substr or substring. Select employee ID, comma, last name, comma, substr, last name, comma 4 from employees. What it does, see, in case of Atkinson value, it will start from the fourth position of the string, which means here A is first position, T is second, K is third and I alphabet is fourth. So it will start its search from the fourth position, that is from I alphabet, till the end of the string, that is till N in case of Atkinson, which means it will be returning INSON, and previous to the I alphabet, whatever alphabets will be there, it will be truncated or it will be removed. Okay, so it will start from the fourth position till the end of the string. Now if I write here 4 comma 2, what it will do, it will start, in case of Atkinson, it will start from the fourth position, that is from the I alphabet, and it will return only two alphabets, that is I is the first alphabet and N is the second alphabet. It will return IN. Now here is the more interesting part of the substr character manipulation function. See, if I give here -1 and here as 1, what it will do, in case of Atkinson, it will start the search from the end of the string, that is here in case of Atkinson the end alphabet of the string is N, so it will start the search from N and return the first alphabet, which means N is the first alphabet, it is returning as N. Now if I give here as 3 and here also 3, what will happen? In case of Atkinson, what is going to happen? It will start its search from the third position starting from the end of the string, which means in case of Atkinson the end of the string, the first alphabet is N, second is O and third is S. So it will start its search from the third position, that is S, to the end, not actually the end of the string, it will return only 3 characters, which means S is the first character, then O is the second character, and N is the third character. Therefore, it is returning SON. Now, if I give here, instead of 3, I give here -4. What it will do? See, it is, instead of returning SON, it is returning NSO. Why? Because N, starting from the end of the string, is the 4th position. Here N, first N is 1, then O is 2, S is 3, and then again N is 4. So starting from the 4th position, it will return only 3 characters. That is, N is the first character, S is the second, and O is the third. Now, instead of 3, if I mention here 4, it will return NSON. That is, N, the 4th position from the end of the string, and then it will return 4 character, N1, S2, O3, and N is 4. So this is the difference between this positive figure and the negative figure. The positive figure will always start its search from the left hand side, that is in case of Atkinson from capital A, and the negative figure will start its search from the end of the string, that is for Atkinson it is small n, because N alphabet is the end of this string, that is Atkinson. Now let us understand about few more character manipulation functions. Say I am writing here as select trim of last name from employees, and before that I'll put a last name. So what this particular character manipulation function will do, it will eliminate any leading or trailing spaces, if any, in a string, which means if there is a space before alphabet A in ABLE, and if there is a space after alphabet L in ABLE, then it will eliminate both the leading and the trailing white spaces and give the output as a string without any leading and trailing white space. Now there is a variation of trim. In trim, if I want, I can also eliminate a particular character. Okay, how? Say here I have ABLE, A-B-E-L. I want to eliminate A from ABLE or from ANDE or from wherever, or in whatever string it gets capital A. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll put a, that is capital A here, okay, from last name. So what it does, you see, so here it is eliminating the first alphabet A and returning the rest of the alphabets, B-E-L in case of ANDE, N-D-E in case of Atkinson, T-K-I-N, S-O-N. Okay, now, so this is what trim stands for. Now select, I'll elaborate about 2 more character manipulation functions. Those are LPAD and RPAD. What does it do? Select employee ID, comma, salary. Okay, salary, and before that last name, comma, salary, comma, LPAD of salary, comma, 10, comma, star from employees. See what it does. It has a salary of 24,000. The last name key with employee ID 100 has a salary of 24,000. 24,000 has how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it has a total of 5. You can say 5 digits, not characters, 5 digits. Now this LPAD means left padding, which means the total number of digits will be 10, including the padding. And when I am moving the 24,000 value to right hand side, which means the left hand side is creating a space. Now in order to fill up that space, we are putting a asterisk. So that's what it is doing. If I copy this value, you see how many digits are there. I mean to say how many total characters are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it cannot exceed the value that I will be mentioning in the LPAD character manipulation function. That is, including this padding with the asterisk character, the total character has to be, that is the length of the total character has to be equivalent to the figure that I will be mentioning here. Same thing goes with R padding. Instead of L pad, if I give here R pad, the 24,000 value has shifted in the left hand side and it has created a space in the right hand side, and it will be filling up the space with this asterisk sign, and the total number of characters in this entire string will be 10. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, as we have already 5 digits here, so it will be filling up the space, that is, it will be creating only 5 spaces, which will be a total of 10 characters. So it has created 5 spaces and filled up those 5 spaces with the asterisk sign. This LPAD and RPAD character manipulation function is mainly used to design a report or to design something in case, say, a user is asking for a MIS report instantly, so you can design it like this way to make it look better, okay, and provide the report or the output or the result to the user. So viewers, you have studied about the character manipulation functions under single row functions, how to use them, and when we use them in a SQL query, what are their implications and consequences and the outputs. I have explained it in detail in this tutorial. So please do watch my vlog and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Also, please do like, share and subscribe my channel and comment how do you like the vlog, and if you have any kind of doubts, please do mention in the comment box. I will definitely clear all your doubts.